Thank you.
Just one more.
Now, the Kenya Medical and Training College, KMTC, is now requesting the Ministry of Education to include the institution in the disbursement of HELB loans. Speaking during a joint committee meeting in Parliament, KMTC CEO Dr. Kelly Olwoch said the loans will help students, as more than 34% of accepted students failed to report due to financial constraints. Education CS Julius Migos said KMTC has not been receiving student loans because the institution is under the Ministry of Health. All right, that story will be coming your way shortly. Now, a new study by Central Careers reveals that more grade 9 learners are inclined towards the social science pathway, diverging from the government's ambitions projections that 60% will pursue STEM. Additionally, interest in sports and arts has also exceeded the projected 15%, signaling a notable shift in learners' academic preferences under the CBC system across the country. Anne Musungu has more details.
So I will become bigger than what I am.
A recent study by the Central Careers involving 16,045 learners from 147 schools across 16 counties between July 2023 and April 2024 reveals that most CBC pupils prefer social sciences over STEM, sports and arts, indicating a notable shift away from the traditionally emphasized STEM pathway. The study indicates that 39% of learners prefer social sciences, 33% go for STEM, and 28% opt for sports and arts, contrasting with the government's projection that anticipated 60% would pursue STEM, 25% social sciences, and 15% sports and arts.
We have to be very realistic and very intentional when we talk about the 60, 25, and 15, so that parents are not worried whether my child will be cut off or forced, so that the data and the figures can align.
Learners showed a great interest in language and literature within the social sciences, pure science in STEM, and arts within the sports and arts pathway. However, technical studies attracted the fewest participants, only 11% within its pathway, while humanities drew 18% and sports attracted just 13%, reflecting low learner preference.
Out of those careers, the technical studies had the lowest people joining, and the sports. Why? Students have not really been exposed to those areas, and they do not have knowledge enough that those areas you can be able to make a good living from it. 580 out of 6,000 students only wanting to go to technical studies, then it shows that we have a problem, because that's where we are thinking the industry will be headed.
The study also reveals a gender gap in sports and technical studies, with males comprising 76% and 77% of interested learners respectively. However, the STEM pathway showed near gender parity, attracting a relative balanced number of male and female students. And Musungu, KTN, Nairobi.